Welcome to the demo. One of the most valuable features in the MatosSphere platform is the remediation workflows. One of the biggest issues with growing cloud infrastructure is to be able to ensure your workloads are healthy, safe, and secure. In this case, we will show a remediation for public IP to private IP in DB workloads. The importance of this is the ability to ensure none of your DB workloads are in violation of best practices. If a DB workload is exposed to the internet, it is an inherent security concern, usually against all advice. But that isn't all. We have further remediation which provides DB workload access through a secure proxy. In this scenario, a Cloud SQL proxy will provide this. Using these features, an engineer can ensure their deployments are reliable and secure. This type of workflow helps solve some of the bigger challenges in provisioning cloud infrastructure today. Let's dive right in and see how it works. Today we're showcasing public IP to private IP remediations for database workloads. Here, we have a WordPress database and a WordPress deployment on GKE. We can verify these things within our console. Here we have the same workload. Sorry, that is not the same. 25. And here is the SQL, number 25. As you can see, it does have a public IP address. So the first remediation that we see listed here is the public IP changed to private IP for accessibility. So we'll go ahead and execute that right now. As we kick that off, this will talk to the cloud provider and make the necessary changes. We can observe the changes here. However, they do take some time to process. So we'll skip forward in the video a little bit. As you can see, the changes have begun taking place. The instance is being updated. And if we take a look now, we see that the remediation has indeed turned it into a private IP address, and there is no longer a public IP address listed. We check here, the WordPress deployment is still able to access it. And if we check here into our containers, and look at the running container, we see that the IP address has been indeed changed to the private IP. Now let's execute the next remediation, which is adding a Cloud SQL authentication proxy to the container, so it actually does not directly communicate with the Cloud SQL one. You can kick that off by simply clicking the remediation here. Once again, we'll skip forward. And we see now that it has completed. The private IP address is still associated. But here, if we look at our workload, there is now a Cloud SQL proxy container sidecar. And if we click to the WordPress container, we see that the database host has been changed to the local host to proxy the connection through the SQL. And that shows us the two remediations for public to private IP within workloads in the platform. Thank you, and join us for our next video. Cheers. We just saw how remediation can ensure your DB workloads are never exposed to the internet, and further remediation to ensure safe, secure, reliable access to your database for multi-tier applications. This showcases how easily a cloud engineer can ensure confidence in their cloud environments quickly and effectively, saving time and resources. Some of the other remediations we will see in other videos will follow a similar pattern for their workflows. Through the proper polling of cloud data and well-researched workflows for remediation, our platform can solve many similar issues in cloud environments today.